Are you favoring the panel's ideas of Liquid 88% chance here to take down Vici?
It's pretty compelling, I think. This last pick Slark is pretty damn scary if you ask me. Liquid, they already won 2 games with the hero. Matu, both games he's played it, did not die a single time. And it's just so good against the entire Vici gaming draft. The carry matchup is always kind of what you look at first, but even outside of the carry matchup, it's amazing against this Primal Beast in lane. So it feels like Matu is really set up to carry this game. As far as what Vici Gaming can do, it's going to be about the tempo. Death Prophet Jug, you've got this kind of Death Ball type draft, and you know they're going to be the ones who can control the kind of early objective taking, take those early Roches, take early towers, and try and take over the map.
Yeah, and difficult heroes to kill. You know, speaking back to the strength heroes there, they grab Tiny on Liquid, but he doesn't really have great targets outside of maybe the DP in this game, because everyone is just so incredibly strong. Even Juggernaut having magic immunity to kind of battle and deal with that Tiny combo, or even that magic damage that Liquid are bringing. So definitely some options there for Vici.
Yeah, that's a good point, because Slark is this hero that takes a while to ramp up, and even once you get like an item or two, like maybe you go early Diffusal to fight with, whatever the build is, you know, you need to build up your essence shift stacks before you can actually reliably fight. So if they, you know, set up grouped as 5, you can't really just jump someone and expect to blow them up. Heroes like Darkseer and Pudge are also not like these burst damage
Slark is hard versus Beast. What's wrong with Castle? Let's find out. Raymir. Let's find out.
Yeah, absolutely, kid. I'm definitely curious to see what Matu builds, because we saw a little bit of Slog throughout the regionals.
If Slog struggles,
where the Echo Saber
you're modded.
Disassemble into Ags was a very.
If you're wrong, you get permaban.
Like you mentioned, there are a multitude of options for the Slug to actually go for, depending
Blood
on
Egg Steel, we got him.
Stage.
So both the last 2 games, he went for Diffusal Ag Scepter. One of those games, he actually put in a Mage Slayer in the middle, just because he was playing against a lot of magic damage with Leshrac and Batrider on the other team. So I don't think you need the Mage Slayer this game.
Nice
I think it's going to be the Diffusal Ags again.
Fair enough. In that mid lane, Mickey, he's the one on the Pudge this time, like the panel was mentioning. Very versatile hero. It's not necessarily just the Matu Pudge, it's the Liquid Pudge. And up against the XMDP, should have a pretty decent time there. Like Fear was mentioning, the lack of the percentage-based damage on Spirit Cypher now makes it a nicer early game tool, but definitely doesn't scale as well as it used to.
Yeah, I mean, the idea of putting Pudge mid against the Death Prophet a year ago would be, you know, unheard of. Suicide. You'd be like, all right, these guys need to be investigated, but you know, in this current patch, like you can see here, Mickey's just getting tickled by the Spirit Siphon. It's not even doing damage to him with the
right, because of the E abuse. So maybe it's fine then for Pudge, actually.
Yeah, I mean, he's got, what, 79 base damage thanks to his Fairy Fire with the Quelling
Nice.
Blade, and DP with 59.
I forgot to predict. This should be
doing a good job through Crypt Swarms to secure.
I want Liquid win, but this looks Vici Gaming.
Keeps himself in
that's a very quick vote.
Double wave arriving for Mickey under his tower.
Yeah, definitely a lane where I wouldn't expect to see any action until the supports start rotating in. Unlikely any kind of solo kills happen, but you never know.
Yeah, and how about these side lanes? Because we do have this Undying facing off against a Darkseer and a Tiny. And Boxy, it looks like he's just been doing wave dragging, went for this split build, you know, usually...
Oh, what the fuck? He's actually dying?
Either you go boots or you go regen and stats. Because you want to either pull or trade, but he's kind of gone, you know, split down the middle of the road here.
It doesn't look like a nice Pudge game at all.
Expecting to get harassed a lot, and the passive health regen helps a bit there. But Zai's having a really rough lane. Just the one last hit so far. That is bad news. I mean, that's why Undying is such a hot
pick. Doesn't call it will be no Swedes in TI.
It's so good in the mid game in these team fights, but
it's a shame what's happened.
Liquid have to be a little bit concerned about. Jug, the same, or similarly also a Darkseer counter. So they've really drafted to give Zai this really terrible laning stage.
Yeah, and I don't know. We had this conversation the other day about Juggernaut, where he's always felt like this solid but okay, not really an amazing carry hero that excels at anything. But I don't know. We've had some sick performances over the past month or two from these carry players on Juggernaut. He's come out with a
Pudge will be very hard late game.
With Healing Ward with the DP, you can start pressuring very early on.
The hero seems to look best when it's paired with like strong pushing cores, Death Prophet, Lone Druid type heroes that benefit from the Healing Ward as well. Beastmaster.
I've been correct on every prediction so far, unless the team I predict on has like hyper mistakes,
like this kind of
like giga mistakes, then I'm always right.
So it does feel like Erica can go for like some early.
This is a free DP game.
Maelstrom and just look to fight.
Yeah. Get involved early on.
Looks pretty nice for Jagger as well.
Nice pull.
A nice pull into that massively stacked large
Patch will just die.
Yeah.
Snap 5-5.
That's a lot of denies that you're going to kind of keep away from the enemy core. BAB not going to be thrilled about this one, as that's something I feel like the Tusk has to be on top of. You can't let Insania get all these pulls off, particularly at full weight being essentially denied by that big camp.
Yeah, looks like they'll get a pull of their own as BAB does zone out Insania. Small
B.
camp pull completed
Bob.
from Liquid. And tries to drag,
Boxy.
actually successfully drags the creep wave away from the large camp. So very
And
well
Bob.
done. This first 4 minutes of play from the Snapfire.
Yeah, reflected in kind of the offlane is having a bit of a rough laning stage. 16 CS.
Careful, Erica.
Primal Beast 15 on the Darkseer.
Tombstone is up. Turn.
Got counterpicked the hardest when it came to the draft.
Oh,
So,
double range
you know,
kryptonite.
had a patch
Nice.
About 3-6 months ago, where offlaners were kind of always like carrying these.
I think
games
DP might
and
die to
we're
Pudge.
seeing a bit more kind of,
I don't think so.
The reemergence
I don't think
of
so, 'cause she
offlaners
sucks
being
him
put
off.
into these much tougher situations.
And
with
Pudge
the
Clark
drafts
is
and the
rotten,
lanes
so
they
she'll
get.
bite it off
Sacrificial now
easily
again.
if he goes on her.
And bottom lane, we did see a bit of that back and forth. Tiny with a lot of damage onto the Jug, forcing the healing ward. And Zai having to scurry away with a surge away from that undying Tombstone. But Yang is always keeping tabs on them. His job is just to track back, chase Zai throughout this laning stage and make sure he's nowhere near creep waves. While Matu, that tag team snowball,
Go on,
gets
you
the
were
first
saying?
blood for Frisk. Vici Gaming striking first in that offlane.
Slark good. Sabate casters.
Yeah, I mean, I think Insania, he's one of these 5 positions that loves to pull and stack, and Matu just gets
Like I
a bit
saw,
too
it's gonna
far
be
up in
bad.
the lane there. Maybe the communication was a bit off, because you can't be playing that deep when Insania is off, in the jungle playing around the pull camps.
A new mod? Well, I said he was going to get mod, but I didn't say when.
Back up the top on Matu. Get back to farming. And everyone, it feels like
You made a mistake, Blood Exil. You said told you.
Yeah, having a pretty decent
And there's some
time
flaws in
themselves.
this, what you just said.
31-7 against Pudge,
One.
32-2, so pretty even there.
You don't say it.
Is it surprising that
2.
DP has those denies over Pudge?
There's a small sample size.
Yeah, a little bit.
And it's only 5
I would
minutes.
say. I think that just was a result of when DP zoned the Pudge and got him pretty damn low.
You look
got
like
Pudge
triple
down to,
stupid now if
20% health or even lower than that,
Slug
so
does well.
You get a few denies.
'Cause you look at the
Pudge is
CS.
low in health, but right now 6
He's
minutes
doing
coming
fine.
up, so a lot of
CS
rotations.
wise.
And
The toss back. Yang sent in towards the Pudge, but Frisk and XM.
Oh, he TP'd.
Mickey, he's got out. And he's dead.
Oh, I thought he was going to be able to TP out there. That was a smart idea, but manages to get the kill just in time, and now they're going to get some good damage on this tier 1. They may not get the full tier 1 with the Exorcism, but will force out a glyph and at least get it a little bit low here.
Tusk's courier just flying over that tower as well. But yeah, Tombstone zoning them away. Boxy and Insania both lurking in the shadows, trying to find an angle in.
Cute goes.
And they know
Okay,
Pudge can't
we're not
TP in to defend this one, so I mean they're not going to get the tower, but there's no risk of like a Pudge TP.
I mean, I'm looking at it, I'm seeing like Slark is actually having a good lane, free farming. He's got 35 CS. He only died because his teammate, Grandma, was not there.
Round 2 with Exo.
So in the grand scheme of things, it's a good lane for Slark. He's doing completely fine, which means Blood Exil is wrong.
To claim for them.
Yeah,
This is also-
Blood Exil?
Yeah, go on, sorry.
Just with 2 supports rotating mid, right? You've left Matu alone, so he's had maybe a bit of a
And
better time
mid-game,
facing off against this Primal Beast.
Slark
He's
has
still
something
level 5
called
on the
Ags,
Slark.
which gives him 2 jumps.
Yeah,
So if Primal Beast ever goes to him, you just jump away.
Just using this trample to like
Rendering
farm and
Primal Beast
harass Matu
completely
whenever he comes
useless.
near has been enough to kind of keep Matu at bay.
And you just farm
He
stacks
is
on him.
Honestly, having a great lane. I thought this would be a much better lane for the Slark.
Any old frogs in the chat?
Pulverized, snowballed, and again, Frisk with BAB. They're closing in on Matu. Can't pounce away. Surrounded by these beefy boys.
No. That's the one benefit of tanky melee heroes against Slark is you can block the pounce. So if you're going on him, he can't reliably pounce away, although Matu will be eyeing
That's on
his
Grandma
revenge
again,
later on the
and
game. I
Slark
can't
for not
touch on
leaping
that.
earlier.
Great, the last 2 Slark games were not a single death. He's already
Like,
died twice this
misplaying
game.
is
That's the hero you kind of
something
pick
you can't
as,
take into
Your
account.
last pick of the draft, thinking you have a good lane. It's a perfect Slark game, and the fact he dies twice in lane is going to really set back a lot of what Liquid want to do this game. They're already down 3k gold.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of fortunate that he's got this dark pack.
But looks like my prediction is going to be right anyway.
Or so where Slug can
okay, thank you.
to recover now, which just wasn't the case before.
Can increase quality.
Potential here for him to slip back there. Is in the mid lane. Yang gonna get dragged back.
There you go. You can also do the same.
And that's actually gonna deter.
I'm streaming in 4K.
No catapult wave just yet, but it's still XM chipping away at tower.
Yep, there's another exorcism. He pops the illusion rune just to help tank some tower shots, and this tower is donezo with the tombstone drop, so nothing Liquid can do to defend this. They're gonna try.
That might have been a little greedy.
Very nice.
Okay.
Good pace of play from VG though. Insania cooking back to his tier 2, and it looks like Mickey is lining up a hook onto XM. He's not gonna get it.
Action's coming.
Backside of the DP,
top lane, meanwhile.
Top lane, the slug. Yeah, you're right. The trample down. And that's just a solo kill from BAB.
Just onslaughts in and tramples him down. Matu.
Oh, Yang with defensive tip.
Well. 3 kills in this top lane. Matu's lane. Ooh. It's over. He needs to go jungle at this point. They needed to have a stronger start, and they couldn't. That very first kill just kind of.
It's misplaced, guys. It's called sample size. So when you do something, you look at like this lane, you're like, oh look, Primal Beast is better, but it's a small sample size.
Do your work. Still having difficulties. 2,600 net worth. Yeah, he's level 7, but he hasn't really been able to pressure the Juggernaut at all.
You can't really contest farm, because if you try and rely on like surging away, or if Jug runs at you, the Omni Slash will finish you off. So it's always so tricky to kind of come up, fight over the farm. Jug just has more damage as well, so he's going to get a ton of denies. So just really tough situation for Zai to be in.
Exceptional first 10 minutes here from Vici. We'll see
Park inspection.
Rolling. Liquid have a lot of work to do, and in large part, it's going to come down to how quickly you can get Insane into this level 6, because Mortimer's Kisses, with this teamfight combo they've got, it's incredibly important.
Oh, hell no.
Bottom lane, quickly dispatched with by
it's going to be a stomp. Like, how do I always get correct predictions? Isn't that kind of crazy?
Liquid do have 4 members down.
Meanwhile, Kessler is getting paid to be on the panel. I think Liquid's got advantage. Me as a Giga Chad, like, I can already see what's going to happen.
Liquid made this big move expecting to, like, collapse on this bottom lane around the Darkseid, but Zai died before his teammate could get there. Pretty bad for them.
All the avalanche hook sets up. Yang. He's not going to get too
got Juggernaut.
Frisk snowballing
May I cut in?
Okay, I'll just let the Undying fall and Liquid retreat.
They TP'd in the Primal Beast, so they definitely want to defend this tower. They've got the Tombstone down with some little zombies slowing people. Maybe that would have been enough to kind of chase some heroes down, but they make the conservative call. They know XM not there. Does have a TP on the Death Prophet, but without Exorcism, they want to wait for that cooldown before they take another big fight.
Such good vision, though, from Vici. Sees into that ancient area of Team Liquid, and Insania will find it before it expires. And a lot of defensive ward coverage here. You can see the sentries and orbs all placed around the dire side of the map, kind of watching the river, making sure no one's coming in and angling towards the Slark when he's farming.
Yeah, this Slark is the kind of really, I mean, it's not full desperation mode just yet, but it does
5K, holy shit.
Matu's going to have to get like a...
So we've been watching
again with the Falcon Blade. He's not able to...
Alliance, kind of and the common theme for Alliance was 7K behind at 14 minutes.
It's possible for him to get some early
It's almost looking like an Alliance game.
Pretty early on.
No smoke from Vici, though. XM. There's connections coming in to save the DP, but it looks like she's going to get...
Oh, suck! Oh!
He survived with his one charge.
Oh no, disaster.
Back from Zai, but he's being hounded by Frisk.
Cute.
Nice. Good. Trapped inside the igloo, but he's still speedy with the
action's coming.
Surge going, but look at the onslaught. BAB's back in again. Insania.
I say. Can he get out?
To claim some S&shift stacks, but look at how tanky Vici are.
The slow walk away.
Too strong. BAB.
So that's a buyback. That's a buyback.
Frisk dies now as well. Liquid had enough in the tank.
It's coming at heavy cost though. If they get Yang, it'd be a nice additional +1 kill. They've got to toss in, so they are looking for that final kill. Matu.
Oh my God, he didn't commit.
Yang gets out of there with XM.
What a pussy!
Not really worth it in the end for Liquid.
What a pussy! How did they not W and kill him there? Holy shit!
From that perspective, it's fine, but the buyback on the snap.
Insta W and kill him. What the fuck?
There, so Not really.
That was such a free kill. Plus one to Gillet as well.
You know, what's Jug been doing that entire time?
That was definitely a
farming
kill.
away in bottom lane in the jungle.
Yeah, right. We saw the fight recap, and it's kind of, you know, yes, okay, 200 advantage in that gold swing for Liquid. Experience was kind of even, but the fact that Jug is building up net worth,
going rushing.
absolutely right. You gotta add in that additional factor. But we do see the strength of Liquid with his Darkseer, right? He did a tremendous amount of damage just with the level 1 vacuum against these melee heroes. He can do a lot to impact these fights.
Yeah, he did a great job microing his wall illusion. He put an Iron Shell on one before he died, and even after he died, he was just doing all this Iron Shell damage. Later on, you're going to see, Iron Shell on Pudge, on Slark. You got melee allies playing against melee heroes on the other side, other than the Death Prophet, so there's a lot of damage output coming from the Darkseer plus Pudge or Darkseer plus Slark.
And now the map is getting a little small for Liquid. Frisk playing incredibly forward here with
it's actually a Lions game. 68, 14 minutes.
Giving a lot of space to Erica XM to actually just slip.
I don't think the Lions made one single comeback with this net worth difference, so it should be impossible for Liquid as well.
So question's going to be, do they want to go for some?
What do they even have? Vacuum?
Does look like there's at least a couple of heroes hovering around the mid lane. XM's the guy you want to play around with this smoke, whether it's smoking to him or smoking with him, because you don't want to just get a kill or two. You want to try and take some more objectives.
Yeah, especially when you're rushing BKBs on 2 of your cores. Primal Beast and DP, both aiming for those early Magic Community items to keep fighting early on.
They see Matu. This is a tough kill.
Yeah, he's level 10. Shadow Dance at the ready. Silence. Yeah, I guess Dark packed it off.
That was not going to happen.
He tried there, right? It's like the last fraction of a second.
Yeah. I don't think those two heroes
can I increase my volume? I don't think I need to, because you're the only one complaining about it.
So he's got magic resistance.
Just increase here, you can do this.
I think that was just
check this out.
2 heroes that top
you see this?
Feasible.
You can also get FFZ.
It's going to piss him off, though. You know, they show and it's like, okay, I can't farm jungle anymore. Matu's going to have to go back to top.
And last option, you can do this.
Healing Ward, the Witchblade, tons of damage from this amplification out of the Flesh Golem, so quickly killing him off.
No exorcism needed, so they've still got the ability to push down another lane or use this Aegis to try and take some early objectives. Jug's a very good Aegis carrier, one of these great heroes that actually can kind of
it's an educational stream.
High ground sieges, because you've got the Blade Fury as well to kind of play around when you're pushing high ground, so a lot of pressure that Vici Gaming can put on Liquid now.
Wait, did he just get Roshan lost 1,000 in net worth?
Vici Gaming hero there. This time Primal Beast zoning him away. And still finding farm where he can though. 7,000 net worth on the Slark.
And normally,
as Pudge, Darkseer,
Snap is good against
at the bottom of that chart
Tombstone because you just eat it. But when you're this far ahead, Snap can't do it because she's just gonna die.
The Blink Dagger have that
so this Tombstone is gonna be annoying.
Potential on your Darkseer.
Yeah, Liquid need this Blink on Tiny. He's their kind of big teamfight starter.
Fuck yeah, I was watching it in office.
Like a meat hook or something. You know, toss in is a bit gimmicky.
So I actually got someone fired.
So you just want to be tossing your Pudge in when there's like a Death Prophet and stuff on the other side. So getting some tossbacks is going to be key for Liquid when it comes to starting fights.
I'm insane, yeah. Just scouted a little bit there, but interesting cookie out of the snowball as Boxy now arriving. This save is captain.
Primal Beast backs up, meanwhile Frisk goes in. That's a little sussy. Oh, Sai? Thank you, Sai.
The snowball back to Zai, dodging every glob of
Punish now, they overextended.
He's
got BKB.
But this is a pretty split fight. They have to choose a target and stick on them. Zai gets Mickey out of there while Boxy dies on the left-hand side.
Pretty good for Liquid.
And Liquid
give him a clap. There's still hope.
Pretty okay with this. They get in, get out reasonably unscathed, while Vici, they spend Exo
a
lot of time.
Yeah. They do come in and get this like double ancient stack and stuff, and it is an arcane exorcism, so at least it's going to be a pretty low cooldown. But Liquid are sticking around; they want to fight this one.
He's got Aegis. There's no need to panic here.
Yeah, and he still has this Omni Slash to play with.
Yeah, I don't think you can take the fight. Not with a Jug Death Prophet in the front lines that you can't really
and he's
get
got
past the Exo.
Mjolnir.
It does expire now, so there's at least a little bit of a window where you can try and take a fight here, but Jug's Aegis just makes him such a beast here. Mjolnir Omni Slash is going to shred through this Liquid lineup.
Man, you make such a good point as well. It's like the entire Vici draft is a front line.
Witchblade
How do you
DP?
a front line of 5 heroes?
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like usually your team fight's like, okay, we're gonna jump the back line, kill the squishies. Wait a second. Which one is that? Yeah.
Good luck, Matu.
Yeah, Matu. Usually Slark is like, let's just make these supports go like 0-10. There's like some Crystal Maiden, you just keep on killing again and again. But I guess the good news is, you know, there are these tanky heroes you can build
cut
up
in. Cut in.
It's gonna need to build up a lot.
Yeah, gonna need to extend those.
May I
spikes
cut
while
in?
Quick blower on Boxy's Tusk in the top lane as he was so close to blink.
Yeah, that's brutal for him. It's really what's been slowing Liquid down and preventing them from making any moves. Is just not having that blink initiation. There's been just so much fighting going on that Boxy hasn't really had the time to farm it up, and Vici Gaming have done an amazing job just continuing to apply pressure, go wherever Liquid's trying to get these scraps of farm.
Yeah, not letting Liquid play their game at all. We've not really seen any smokes or initiative from Liquid. They are very focused on
Mickey complete out of position.
Mickey,
He's dead. A vacuum uphill.
Oh! And onto the pudge they go.
Maybe didn't have range for a vacuum high ground. There's snowball anyway.
Looks like the surge and the pounces away will get Matu
8K,
and Zai out of there.
8,000
snowball again
stomp.
from Frisk.
Yeah, he's so good. Definitely a player. I mean, people remember him from his old Vici Gaming days when he played under the name Fade. He had a sick tusk back then, and he's showing it once more. They're not done getting these kills. Yeah.
No. Yeah, back under tier 2. This time, dragging Erica along for the ride.
It's good. Not looking solid at all.
Like talking about how good the Liquid draft is, but they're not getting a chance to play their draft because of how much they're just.
What if the draft is bad, and that's why they don't have a chance to play it? Like, how is their draft good if they're performing this poorly?
DP has hers being delivered right now. These last outer towers, tier 2s, look like they're going to fall pretty quickly.
If they lose all lanes, it's not a good draft.
Here from Vici to hold out every single lane. They're spread out across the map, but they have a pocket of 3 up top ready to fight.
Yeah, and just kind of very classic, strong, like Dota, like in like very kind of, you know, predictable way. But it's like, how do you actually counter this? They get the first Aegis, they take over the map, they get a gold lead, they're not going high ground. They're just looking to take fights.
Okay, here we go.
They found another fight here in the mid lane.
Yeah, go straight in on the snowball again. Trying to connect onto Mickey's pudge, and the BKB's up from BAB, finding the kill with Yang's final touch.
Mickey.
Just gonna kill off a zombie. Yep. Super irritating though with this Witchblade and Exo from the Death Prophet.
See if they can finish this tier 2 mid tower. Oh,
Okay.
the toss back in. Okay.
Now what?
BKB.
Spirit Siphon and the remaining seconds of the Ghosts allows XM to just stand
help him?
tier 3 without a care in the world. Oh,
What the fuck? He's running on the left side. What the hell is he doing?
While top lane was being pushed by Erica. It looks like Vici gonna fall back to a high ground position and hold for a second.
Yeah, Erica just got that top tier 3 tower down to like half health. That's some pretty significant damage being dealt. The fight at mid
That is
was
pretty
just kind
good.
of almost a
So
distraction.
Jaeger was pushing top, and Tusk didn't run to that to get help.
You know, so even if it's just support kills off the Exorcism.
Analyze Tusk here.
I like what we see coming in. The Tusk, you know,
Try to push himself down. So me, I would just run left here. I'd be like, oh, I just walk away.
And then also tried to go for the ice shards to push himself down the cliff, which is very hard to do, and you know, requires a bit of luck as well. So, Liquid on the move now.
His reaction there is like, oh, I nearly had it. It just a couple of pixels. I would be down to
They've smoked up though. They're invading the triangle.
Straight on the Boxy with a
Oh hell no! The fight of Liquid, but look at this. Look, when you have a good Jagger ult. Yeah, just call it. Go next. This was an embarrassing draft.
Outside that roach pit, as Liquid were the aggressors, and they get turned on quickly.
Yeah, they wanted to just make a quick move, feeling like nothing's going their way. They got the Blink Dagger up on the Tiny, and with Aegis down, they thought they could get this great jump. But Erica, quick reactions, gets the Blade Fury off, so the Dismember just, you know, there's no real follow-up damage or kill threat on him, and that's perhaps the one downside of this Liquid draft is how do you kill these heroes? Like, even, it takes too long for Slark to build up damage in these fights, and you've got 3 cores that all are pretty low when it comes to actual damage output. They're, you know, very tanky.
Punch out the weebs.
Much like the Vici Gaming ones are, but Vici Gaming, you've got Mjolnir,
Mod him.
you've got
I will
Exorcism,
mod him.
not even not in that fight, but you've got
In
these
30
heroes that
years.
actually dish out significant damage in an AoE.
I didn't say I would mod him now.
Demolish these team fights as well. So
I said I'd mod him if it was right.
Way.
One, he's not because it's a low sample size, and two, if he is right, I didn't say when.
On their team to handle these heroes. Super challenging, but when it comes down to it, the next 10 minutes very important for Vici to hold on to this lead and keep improving, because Liquid, they can scale, they can team fight back. They've got elements in their draft which will allow them to fight.
Okay, mod renders. We need another weeb mod.
Yeah, they are. Getting a shard on Matu Slack, a bit of an interesting pickup there.
I think it makes sense when it's like you said, right? He wants to extend these fights, get stacks up, and having Depth Shroud just allows a few more seconds of being able to hit people.
Maybe help someone out who's getting pulverized or something.
Omni Slashed, I guess it counts as
okay,
Omni
it's
Slash, right?
still winnable. It is true that Slark Shard is actually insane against Jagger ult. But does he even have it? And when you're this far behind, it's not really going to save it. He has shards.
Yeah.
Slark needs to be right next to Jug when he ults someone and not get stunned or silenced, which is kind of hard.
Dishing out all the damage, yeah.
Okay, so not the Matu
again.
The Kaya Sandra we've seen a lot of. The Yasha Kaya for Primal Beast. Matu, spotted. He knows that he's under vision though, and very wisely pounces away.
This is just kind of hunting season. Vici Gaming, they're hunting, looking for kills. They know they can't really go high ground against the toss back, the meat hook.
Probably gonna wait for it and end the game.
They're just like, we want to find some fights. That was like back-to-back
smokes. Shard and Jagger is huge.
But realistically, they're thinking like big picture-wise, Roshan, Aegis on Jug, free shard. That's when they can actually break high ground. Oh, Boxy.
What's he up to? Okay. TPing away?
TP out, yep, he's fine.
Very nice.
I would have ulted there, personally, as a Jagger.
Find the catch on the snap. Now with Mage Slayer on the slog, does that...
But I thought it was the Impaler. What is the Impaler?
Yeah, it
should.
I guess
Impaler?
Like, different units.
It's not an Impaler.
Exactly how it works.
Matu with a
vacuum
help from Zai, but this snowball again, keeping Yang alive. The Undying is fine. He'll back up.
Oh, the zombies. So two men, can he get out?
And Matu, he's pounced back in, but it's blocked up by the Undying. And the hook save. Mickey dragging Zai away from danger, but Matu still being chased down. Frisk and Erica here can't quite catch up to him, but BAB will. Pulverize down the slot.
No reaction from a two-man.
No, they're going to charge forward here. They may actually go high ground. So, forget the Roshan with Exorcism going, with Jug ready to push, with a Skadi to go with his Mjolnir. Got a lot of damage, but unfortunately Exorcism just not quite long enough duration to go for a full-on high ground play here. They back off. No Roshan quite yet. If they're a bit more patient, 5 more seconds, I'll have it. And nothing Liquid can do to stop them getting this Aegis.
And there, Frisk sat in the pit. Scouts out the big man returning.
It's a tough game. I mean, we see this stack. There's stuff that threatens to just instantly jump and kill him. Like the Blink Walrus Punch can set BAB to get off a good Pulverize. BAB is going to have a
only
15k lead. His Primal Beast soon as well. So it's just not this free slot game for Matu, considering like the big farm discrepancy between the two teams.
Liquid, they are moving slowly towards the pit there. And they even scan towards it.
Speed, attack rates.
Already been killed off. Too late to really react.
Very nice.
Swiftly down to bottom lane, connecting in with Mickey, just finding what farm they can. And shoving out this bot wave with a catapult's going to help do a bit more damage to tier 2. Don't think they'll be able to get it. But you're going to force Vici to react and try and maintain these lanes at the very least.
Well, they're hunting down bottom. They see someone try and pressure, and Frisk is wondering what he can get out of this, but can't quite catch up to the Tiny.
Man, and the TP top from XM. So really just keeping all the lanes pushed out to put Vici Gaming in a better position to think about this tier 2 bot or even the high ground. Or a team fight, which Liquid might be looking to give them. Erica shows on bot wave, the quick dismember.
Okay, he's got Aegis though. The punish is coming.
First life is down.
The train is coming.
Looking into the trees. Not sure
Spin.
what he was aiming for, going for a
and here they come. Zombies.
And get away. Yang,
oh.
down, and in comes BAB. rising back into the Slark. And
You have to know they're all coming. Like, there's no way they're not coming.
He can't do anything. The wall illusions are irritating, but it's just nowhere near enough damage.
Yep. And they're doing this all without
Did
the
he-
Death Prophet
did he not
back
eat
in
or
the top
something?
lane,
Did he
keeping up
eat
there.
before?
So, you know, 4v5. That's just the strength of Vici Gaming. I mean, if that goes fine for Liquid, if the farm between these two teams is a bit more even.
Oh, insane! Yeah.
Yeah, going on an Aegis Jug just
call it.
There's
Just
no
fucking
way you
stomp.
can kill him a second time. You've already
Literally.
committed the Dismember. They're diving deep. They want him in the tier 4s, but BAB just can't quite catch up to him.
Yeah.
Oh, kisses! Ooh, insane! I thought he had maybe a kill there, but that's a 2-minute cooldown now.
Suppressing fire. Keep their heads down. I guess it
Why
makes
did he
sense
kiss
in
there?
some regards for Liquid to take that fight just to take the Aegis, because if Vici get to high ground with it, then it's an impossibility, right?
Yeah, I think the idea.
Who would you rather kiss, moi
get the hell out of there, but they kind
or
of
Fat
stuck
Kiss?
around. They dropped the wall as if they wanted to kill him a second time. Maybe they thought the rest of Vici Gaming was
Be
in the
honest.
top lane because they saw that they knew Death Prop was top. So the reasoning is, it's pretty sound from Liquid. Like, okay, they know Death Prop's not there. Maybe these other heroes are not down bottom as well, and Jug's just solo farming a lane.
Ooh, hello.
Now this could work.
This might
Is it? Oh, the race bike is up, but they're coming in. May I cut in, sir? May I? Hold up.
Oh
Shredded.
God! Liquid, they find the kills.
Yeah, they get the Jug out of there, but he can't re-engage. The Blade Fury on
Oh.
cooldown, as was the Omni Slash, and they're not done.
Be careful now, here he comes.
BKB gets a good start in as well, but Erica spins forward and shreds into the pudge. There's the takedown back onto
Okay,
him.
they're chilling. Don't want to throw it. They have to tombstone. Fight around
Surging
tombstone.
Matu
Very
forward.
important.
They're trying to find another way in, but the high ground's held by a tombstone.
Okay, that was bad for
Too
Vici,
strong,
but they're
without
still good.
The Shadow Dance or Depth Shroud, he doesn't
disaster.
really want to engage there.
Who did all that damage? Pudge did close to 4,000 damage in that fight.
He was just like on top of two heroes doing some crazy rock damage, it looked like.
It felt like we had one of those GPK tiny, tree volleys coming in with Daedalus crits.
It was like, it was just like, okay, our Jug's been caught, we gotta run in, and then they just grouped up for this Pudge to just get a Dismember rot, like full damage out onto two heroes there, so. Not over yet. Liquid still have some fight left in them. They're down 18k gold, but they've weathered the second Aegis.
Do they have any fight left in them?
More
oh my God! Wow! Now that's how you know it's gonna get old. He just got silenced by a DP.
From the trees and got a full 6-second silence on, and he couldn't do a thing about it.
A Zoomer would not get silenced there.
There's no saves from the rest of
The second you sense threat, you Q instantly.
It's going to come down to him.
You saw the Tusk as well.
That's just a solo kill. The Omni Slash, it's enough damage.
T-Tors. Do the T-Tors. Let's see how many T-Tors we
This
get.
Jug is a complete beast at this point. It's gonna
Manta style idiot. Good insight. Aloe Vera. Manta style idiot.
Team Liquid just gone here. Does have a
Why didn't he
buyback.
Manta
Even just
style,
forcing this
guys?
buyback would be
I
really
mean, he doesn't have
advantageous
one,
for VG
but
Gaming.
just like when you get silenced, just buy it, send it with courier,
15 seconds
and then
away from
use it.
respawning naturally, and
Idiot.
Vici Gaming 2 lanes pushed in with catapults on both sides. Means mid lane is pushing in with just creeps, and top getting shoved by the remaining heroes of Vici to claim that first lane of barracks. Liquid not entertaining a team fight, just waiting for everyone to respawn.
I think Twitch chat are the most retarded
Such
people
a
on the
tough
planet.
situation to be in for Liquid here. They're going to be
Luckily, at least my chat is Kick Pipers.
In a couple minutes' time, they're going to feel pressured to smoke on out, stop Vici Gaming and Roche number 3. Potential Ags or Refresher coming into play when you've got a Death Prophet with double Exorcism, or free Ags on someone like a Juggernaut. It's just really tough to play into that.
Hey, even Ags on
Like with
Tusk,
an
right?
ease for
Being able to
Liquid.
kick someone, isolate them, get the kill with the Omni Slash. Oh,
He's washed up.
He's found. They get the vision on him. They'll send the Primal Beast skywards, toss back the Tusk, but his life is forfeit in that bottom right corner while in the mid lane. What's happening over there? A Captain Erica with the wall dropped on him. Wraith packed out as well from Zai, but they've got the Walrus Punch to cancel his TP and take down the Darks here, while snowballing at the same time.
Please end it. Just call it.
Everywhere and nowhere, just jumping targets left and right.
Xenia gets the high ground, but SM's gonna haste through it.
What the fuck?
He grabs him from 1,000.
What? He has Idolence, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Just
got
pulls them in. This could just be it here. They're going to get a second. They can't get megas. They
So probably he's
can't
winning.
burn them here,
No, as a kick piper, yeah, this is Verrk, because you think I never do it, but sometimes I admit I'm wrong.
It's
Verrk, because I'm like almost never wrong.
What is the percentage now? What does DOTA Plus tell
The
us?
probability is okay. He's not good. He's okay.
They've got a solid 1% to go.
So you're telling me, for Team Liquid, there is still a chance.
A chance.
They're playing tier 2 Dota though.
It is a 1 in, not 100. It's a 1 in 1,000 here because
he's not as broken as you think.
Kind of sit back,
wait for tier 1 teams playing in like 3 days.
As far as how these drafts scale, you know, Liquid drafts could scale okay into the late game if Slark was like, you know, up there and on par with the Juggernaut farm. Not to mention he needs like his teammates to also be getting those kind of key late game items as well, but that's just not happening.
Every time I click on Undying, he's got a new saving tool or healing mechanism. Like he's got Mech, Holy Locket, Full Staff, Glimmer. He's incredibly rich. 10,000 net worth. Thank you, Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah. Every support player's dream item. Well, smoking up his Vici Gaming. Does look like Liquid are at least setting up to kind of play around this bottom tier 2 tower. They've got the tower plus the ward on the hill, so a lot of good vision around this bottom side of the map. Something Vici Gaming don't have. And I like the fact that they're just kind of ignoring that bottom tier 2 tower. Roshan is going to be far more important than getting this last tower. You know, you can get those later.
I mean, that's a win. It's actually a win condition.
Sure this next team fight goes well.
If he gets two illusions from ults and eggs
with Pudge follow up,
that don't die for some reason,
completely eat you alive.
And you can see Liquid trying to prep for a fight outside of their base. They don't want to let Vici Gaming break up the ramp.
They've been found.
The read.
Yeah. I mean, it's that cliff there with a nice little ward spot. It's just something that Vici Gaming don't want to go near. And now that you know you're there, you just say, why bother? Why go there? Like there's no strategic point at this time to go play around that dire vision. Just keep pushing out both top and mid. The bottom creep wave is not threatening you at all. Eventually it might get to this bottom tier 2 tower, but even letting that tier 2 tower bottom go is totally fine here.
Yeah, if you control Roshan, who's going to be up in a minute 40, you know, it's all
shame on you,
according to plan for Vici.
Yep.
Zai
okay.
Goes in.
Nice. You get the important target.
With a pounce from Matu, he drops
look at the damage. What the fuck is going next, man?
Kills off the Dark Seer as Erica slays Boxy with a spin. And Matuma Man, well, he's trying. He's leashing and pouncing. BKB'd up. Trying to battle into the
trying to kill one.
Remember there, they'll finally kill him off, but that's all you'll get. Liquid kill one support hero. They double buyback and he's bashed up now. Matu with a long range pounce, but the range will kill him. Finishing him off as he tried to escape. And Insania hounded under his tier 4 towers, glimmered up, but BAB.
Imagine flying all the way to fucking Singapore and then losing in the wild card.
He tried to guess where he was
bad.
with the trample a bit there, but couldn't quite.
I feel bad, man.
Tier 4 towers.
No
now.
money.
This is why, you know, this bottom side of the map just doesn't matter.
You don't even win any
fight,
money.
You can go for tier 4s. You can go for the throne. Maybe Liquid repel you after getting these tier 4s, but there's always going to be a Roshan to fall back to as well. And yeah, with Exorcism wearing up, they say.
Most teams are in Malaysia? Why would it be in Malaysia? What do you mean?
Slark.
That makes no sense. They're in a hotel room.
Also fight on the Liquid side.
Yeah, I mean, Boxy's in and Boxy's down.
Yeah, that's
as quick as that.
Even with it,
no true side.
Kill. Like,
that's just a rumor, though, isn't it?
They killed a tiny, but
why would you not do a true side?
They just want to fight around, you know, their strong cooldowns. They want to fight around the Exorcism. They want to fight around a Roshan now, having free Aegis, cheese, and more. Like, this is a gold lead that's just getting bigger and bigger. And Vici Gaming, you can really see what's at stake with this game by the way they're just not taking any chances.
Yeah, very, very deliberate play. And Roshan respawning. What's he got? Any goodies?
Yes, Roshan is going to be a refresher shard, so double Exorcism
shard, it looks like.
Very likely going to be the hero that ends up with it.
Double Exo, double BKB for the DP. Probably the go-to there for Vici Gaming.
Insane. What's he doing here? Well. Smoke behind. Are they doing this to contest Roshan or go for a steal? He's in deep. This was a solo smoke just to get this ward down. And
kind of the funny thing here.
What's the plan here? None of his teammates are in the neighborhood.
They don't have their own
He's got a 4-staff. He's got double vision around the Rosh pit, but Rosh is already dead, so it's the right idea, but unfortunately,
they're trying to hype up.
They're
so fucking dead.
I mean, it was already close to max respawn,
this game.
So I don't think a longer respawn was really going to be something that happened regardless. And these wards are not going to help Liquid find a good fight because the fight's coming to their base.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That's a bad meme, guys. It's a bad meme. Elias didn't even make it. Which is surprising.
Oh, that's nice.
The caster gave up. The caster just gave up.
Take down on Boxy. Vici Gaming just keeping going on forward. I think we've lost the connection between myself and gods. So it might just be me on my own. Hopefully everyone can hear.
Are you not next to each other? Pepper left. Surely they're next to each other on land.
Vici all ready for themselves. Well, this probably works. Right, good. Can you hear me?
Yep, I'm back.
Very good. Hopefully this is good.
Well,
one last chance for Liquid, right?
Yeah,
no
this is
buybacks.
They need the tossbacks, but Matu can't afford to go down the front line. Erica with butterfly ages, he's just such a beast on this jug.
Okay, to get the illusion. Jugger illusion. It's gonna murder them.
Now pulverized, sent down 6 feet under. He's gone. Matu trying to kill off the tombstone, but XM and BAB, they've gone in deep, looking for Mickey's purge. That's it now for Liquid. Not a chance in hell. Look at the toss back on Erica.
Yeah,
He's so incredibly strong. The Juggernaut
LGG.
GG is called. Erica on this jug, 10-0-12, untouched, unkillable, and absolutely beautiful stuff from Vici Gaming.
Beautiful.
Yeah. There were a lot of doubters about, after the drop
I did not doubt.
and Liquid had this, what looked to be.